Hi there, your hippie. How are you tonight? Thank you so much, Girly. And yes, I did receive your $10. And you are the first one on the list. And I see someone called Mir K. Hi, Mir K. We do not have a list. We just have one person so far who made a payment. But if you want to go ahead and submit your payment, then you would be next. Second in line. So, Capricia Boyd, if you can remind me what your zodiac sign is. I know you've been here before, but if you can remind me what your zodiac sign is and your question. Let's start off with your first question. Yes, Libra wanted to know, how does Mervin, the Pisces, feel about me? We broke up, we're not in contact, but I do feel his energy pulling on me. All right, so I am called upon to use for your reading The Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. So let's go ahead and see what these cards have to say for you. All right, so for your spread, we have Four of Cups, the Emperor, Temperance, Knight of Swords, Seven of Swords, Eight of Cups in reverse, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Wands, and also Three of Swords. In the bottom of the deck, we do have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So basically, with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, we're talking about how we're not getting any reciprocity here. It could be because of the fact that, you guys are not in contact. No one here is putting any effort, right? Or that could have been the reason why this is all happening, because somebody here wasn't really putting their part, or at least to the point where the other person was dissatisfied. Okay, so I do see right here that there's lots of boredom. I just see that there's a lots of boredom here. But to answer your question, I think he wonders a lot about reconciliation between the two of you. But the thing is that he wonders if you were suspecting about him and somebody else, or him having somebody else. He wonders if that was a suspicion of yours. So I see that's something that he's feeling. Because from what I'm seeing that he's feeling is him wondering whether you did at any point ever wonder or suspected that there was somebody else other than you, right? So the cards are also telling me right here that, well, he, like I said, he does think a lot about reconciliation and closure and all of that. It was his ex, yeah. And as a matter of fact, he was entertaining somebody. Honestly, I pulled a card to see about was it really the ex or not. I got Seven of Cups. So honestly, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like plot twist. You probably have heard or have seen evidence of maybe the ex, or suspected or have a really strong suspicion of the ex. But I think there was also somebody new. Somebody new that he was just talking to with this Page of Wands and the Two of Cups. Two of Cups resembling that it's something new, brand new. And Page of Wands is constant communication, something new where, someone is trying to get to know someone. So, like I said, you might have seen evidence or just strongly suspected the ex, but with the Seven of Cups, that's telling me right there that even if there was evidence or not, or it was a strong suspicion, she wouldn't have been the only one, because I'm really strongly seeing something about somebody new. And as a matter of fact, I did confirm to see if this was more than just a suspicion. Like I said, yes, it is more than just a suspicion of yours. So, Caprice, do you have any other questions for me? I know you submitted $10, so you can ask one more question. A lot of people, when they ask me about Pisces men, I have a very unpopular opinion about them, because I feel like I was the one whenever, because in my in the beginning of my dating life, I dated a bunch of Pisces men, and and not on purpose, of course. As a matter of fact, I wasn't really that into it in the beginning of my dating. Well, yeah, I was, but nothing further than reading your daily horoscope and stuff. Well, anyway, I have a very unpopular opinion about Pisces men because it's so funny. Um, I just always found them very boring, and I always ended up breaking their hearts. And then they end up breaking a bunch of people's hearts after that. Like, you know, with all the Pisces guys that I've dated in the beginning of my dating life, like, I was obviously there first, or I was there first, or at least one of their beginning relationships. And I would notice that after that they were just a mess and just breaking hearts after me. And I remember one Pisces guy who, years after dating me, he started dating a friend. He didn't know we were friends. He started dating a girl that was really close friends with me, and when he introduces me to him, or it was like this awkward thing. It was so funny. Um, and he ended up breaking her heart. And I remember she would always ask me for advice, and she would always tell me, it's because he does this and he does that, and he avoids me and he doesn't answer my calls. And was he like this with you? And I was like, no, he wasn't actually, you know? And and I just heard that a lot about the Pisces guys that I've dated. So just think about it. Maybe there was just that one girl that really fucked it up for all of y'all, including you. Just like me. But anyway. I am a Scorpio. And no, I did not mean to hurt him or any of them. I just, I tried falling in love. I really did. But I just couldn't find a connection. And it wasn't that they were bad looking. On the contrary, they were very great looking. But I just couldn't find myself to love them. They're good friends. Alrighty, so you met an Aries recently, but you just basically want to know generally about your love life, okay? Right? I do that too. Not anymore, but I remember in the beginning of my dating life, that was a case. I remember I dated a bunch of Pisces and a bunch of Cancers, and I was like, goodness gracious. Alrighty. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and start with the second question. Alrighty, so we have in the bottom of the deck karma in reverse, or that would be equivalent to judgment in reverse. And then for your spread, we have death, King of Cups, Eight of Swords in reverse, Page of Swords in reverse, Seven of Cups, and also the Queen of Cups in reverse. I think you're going to have a lot of options, Caprice. Lots of options. And I feel like there's going to be a couple of people, two people that are going to stand out. An air sign, which an air sign would be Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. I don't think you're going to spend too much time with him. I think it's because he's going to be too young, or he's going to be younger than you. And I think you're just not going to, you're not going to vibe with that. I don't really get the feeling that he's a bad guy, though, or that he's wasting your time. But I think the fact that he's going to be younger than you, because I get the feeling, I get something like that, where it's like maybe because he's younger than you, it's going to feel kind of something like that, that you're just not going to vibe with it, with the fact that he's younger than you. But I don't think he's wasting your time. I see a water sign also as well, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, most likely a Scorpio, because I have King of Cups with Death right next to each other. I feel like there's a big possibility for you to be in a relationship with this guy. I feel like one thing that might confuse you a little bit is about how he's truly feeling about you. The only thing is that he's really not the smothering type. Okay, if you're the kind of person that you need constant attention or anything like that, that's probably not going to be his love language. It doesn't mean that he's not into you. Okay, there is a possibility for this to turn into a relationship with that person. Otherwise, I just see you really keeping your options open. But I'm really seeing a possibility here, and this is a lesson. This is a lesson right here. This is a lesson, because this is almost going to teach you that, you know, people aren't going to wait forever, you know, and this is about communication and take things when they're right there, right in front of you. Because I feel like there might be some hesitation or some form of indecisiveness, because you're going to be wondering, like, well, how does he really truly feel about me? And I think he will show you. I just feel like maybe he just has a certain love language, or maybe it's just not enough. The thing is that when we have someone represented as the King of Cups, this is someone who is in control, who has mastered their feelings, their emotions, their intuition, right? And usually these people are not the smothering type. And sometimes it does tend to confuse certain people when I have seen this card. So there's a 50-50 chance that you might get into a relationship within the next 5 years. Okay? Otherwise, with the Seven of Cups, I do see quite a few men along the way. And like I said, I also do see a younger guy. But I feel like he's going to be younger than you, and I feel like you're not going to vibe with it. But I don't think he's wasting your time, though. I just think because of the age thing, you're just going to be like, oh, he's a boy, you know? I don't think he's a bad guy, though. If you want to, whenever he does show up. All right, you wanted to ask about the Aries. No worries. Mary Kay, I will be with you in a second. Rachel, I will be with you in a second also as well. And Crystal Camp, we do not do any free readings on this channel, so sorry about that. But my readings are $5 today. The instructions are down below. And you know the younger guy? Okay. Yeah, because I see a younger guy, and I don't really think that he's, like, playing with your feelings or here to waste anybody's time. I think his intentions are good. I just think he's young, and he's already around? Okay, okay. You're like, "I'm not doing that." Alrighty, so about this Aries guy, can you give me his first name? All right, so we have Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, the Hierophant, the Emperor, Two of Cups in reverse, Eight of Cups, Death in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse and the Magician in reverse. Is he divorced or did he just break up with someone? Or did you just break up with someone? Or, well, you just did, actually. But I want to know, did he break up with someone recently? Because if not, this is talking about what he's thinking about that. Well, okay. Well, I know you did, but what about him? Did he just divorce? Is he a divorcee? Is he like, did he recently get out of a relationship or something? If that is not the case, then the cards are basically telling me right here that he is thinking a lot about commitment here. He's definitely thinking a lot about that. Yes. Okay. So both of you. Okay. The thing is that he kind of feels like he's kind of just hopping into another relationship. Um, the thing is that I don't think he's ready emotionally. I think he hasn't fully moved on. In his intentions, I got death in reverse. That's not very good to see, especially having in his emotions 2 of Cups in reverse. That's exactly why I asked if he recently broke up with someone, because if he recently broke up with someone, which you just said yes, that the both of you just recently broke up with someone, that's really confirming what I first felt right here, which was like, whoa, he's not ready. I think emotionally, like he's basically just trying to hop in from one relationship to the other. That's what I see in his emotions. But with death in reverse, as far as his intentions, right now he's not working on trying to move on. Right now he hasn't let go. He's holding on very tightly to what he has in his heart. You're going to end up walking away. I think you're going to end up walking away. But to answer your question, how is he feeling? Well, your question was basically his intentions. Well, I don't think he's ready to let her go. And I keep pulling cards to see, about how he's feeling about you. 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups is nostalgia, wanting to reunite with someone from their past. Obviously, you're not from his past. And he just recently just broken up with someone, so it's him being nostalgic right now. He's being nostalgic. He don't get me wrong, I mean, his thoughts are about you and getting into a commitment, but his heart is still with the other woman, for sure. That is up to you. That would be a separate question. You decide with that what you want to do. Your question to me was, his intentions. Unless you want to ask that, we can totally do that for you. Do you have any other questions for me, Caprice? Alrighty, Caprice, thank you so much. Don't forget to like this video, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Hello, Pink Nail Ladies from Instagram. Hello, hello. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and see who is next. Hi, Bella. How are you tonight? Alrighty, so Mary Kay or Mary Katine, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Simpson, you paid for one question. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and send me your name if it's not Mary Katine, your zodiac sign, and your question. Alrighty, I'll call you Mary Kay. That's a lot easier. Alrighty, are you a Virgo though or a Leo? What's your sun sign? Alrighty, Mary Kay, we're going to go ahead and use the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot because I felt it was very, very appropriate for you. So let's go ahead and see for you. I'm going to go ahead and pick out a card and see if they can give us a sun sign of the next person that you'll commit to and a time frame. I'm going to pick out a time frame as to when I see you in your next committed relationship. Alrighty, so I think it would be within the next 2 years. And as a matter of fact, I think it's going to be an air sign. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra is an air sign. Okay, so that's going to be your next committed relationship. Alrighty, Mary Kate, do you have any other questions for me? I'll leave that as a surprise for you. How about this? I'll give you advice for yourself for your next relationship. How about that? But I did see one thing in your earlier cards, which I will just tell you. I did see in the cards that something about this person, I'm seeing an issue with attachment. And from what I saw is that this person doesn't easily move on from relationships because it's sometimes I feel like this person doesn't almost like they're afraid of just being single. So that is something that I saw. So I went ahead. So I went ahead and I pulled some cards of advice for yourself. I guess in preparation for your next relationship, you're going to be dealing with someone who has a very strong personality, and the cards are telling me something right here that sometimes certain people have a way of, whether it's on purpose, whether it's accidental, that's irrelevant. Some people just have this way of making others feel insecure or less than, or like they have more, or they can afford more. And I feel like that's going to be something that is extremely highlighted for the next person that you're going to want to be around. There are going to be moments where you're going to feel like you're going to shine, but then there are going to be moments where you're going to feel challenged in that sense, if you know what I mean. And this is about figuring out, is that something that the universe is pointing at towards you? What is Sally doing? She's patching herself up because she's realizing there's a flaw. She realized that there's a problem. So she's fixing the problem, right? So kind of just see it as one of those things where it's like, okay, well, if this person has an effect like that for me, or I have this sense of reaction when it comes to this, then obviously there is a much bigger problem, right, that it's stemming from. And I feel like this is going to happen. I feel like the more you talk to people, the more you talk to, not just with this particular person that I see that you're going to get into a relationship with, but I feel like it can even be with others that you're going to be dating along the way. So yeah, like I feel like as you're test driving other situationships and relationships, I feel like you're going to come across that where people are going to highlight or point out certain things that make you feel not so confident or not so good about yourself, or might make you feel a bit uncomfortable under your own skin. And yeah, so that's what I'm seeing being highlighted. Okay? So something to look forward to, and know that there's a lesson in that. All right, Mary Kay, do you have any other questions for me? All right, Mary Kay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like this video, and if you haven't subscribed already, which I think you have, but if you haven't, don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you tomorrow. All righty, let's go ahead and see who is next. All right, Rachel, are you here, Rachel? Don't worry, Bella, you will be next right after Rachel. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and ask for Gia Capricorn his intentions for reaching out to you, because what if it's neither of those reasons? Um, so I'm just going to go ahead and ask for his intentions, his reasons, his motives for why he reached out to you. Okay. Alrighty, so we are using for you the Dark Fairy Tale Tarot by Los Scarabeo, and we have for your reading King of Pentacles in reverse, Knight of Pentacles, 10 of Wands in reverse, 9 of Swords in reverse, Queen of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups in reverse, 3 of Cups in reverse, and also the Moon card in reverse. I see why. Because you're a Virgo. I was like reading like the comments and seeing what sign you were, because I was like, I wonder what kind of sign are you? And I see that you're Virgo, and I see now I'm like making the connections as to why he sees you a certain way, and how he's viewing you as a person, because I did a whole relationship spread. And along with that relationship spread, one of the positions in the position of his intentions, that's where I have the answer to your question. But basically, the answer to your question, what are his intentions? So I feel like he will confess something to you, or he has. Either he has or he will confess something to you. That's not his reason for coming, though, but I feel like that's something that's going to happen. I don't think he has anybody else right now. I don't think there's anybody else in his picture, in his circle. I don't see another person that he could possibly be entertaining, to say the least. But I don't think he has fully let you go. And the reason why I said, oh, no wonder it's because you're a Virgo, it's because of this. Okay, she just broke up with him. Okay, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't see anybody else other than you right now. And that's I was like asking just to make sure for you. And yeah, there's nobody else in the picture as of right now, and you're confirming that you feel like his girlfriend was the one that broke up with him. Now ex-girlfriend. But I feel like there's this feeling that I feel like his reason for wanting to come back was because he felt like you were fully moving on, like you were fully moved on. And I think that fact, which in his brain it's a fact, or was a fact before he reached out to you, that kind of intimidated him a little bit. So it was really the idea that he thought, felt, and was offended by the fact that you could have possibly have already moved on. So that is why he reached out to you. Because you went cold. You threw your hands up with him. You let this go. There was no communication. And he wanted to communicate with you many times, and he didn't. Okay? Do you have any other questions for me, Rachel? Alrighty, Rachel, thank you so much for coming once again to my live stream. Don't forget to like this video. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. I know I have you on Instagram. Thank you for so much for the follow. And Charnette Spencer, I just got your payment. Thank you so much. But the person who is next is Bella Hunter. Bella Hunter, are you here? Alrighty, so for your reading, I'm going to go ahead and use The Influence of the Angels Tarot by Jody Bajinsky. Barbessie. Alrighty, so for your spread, we have Seven of Swords, Ace of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Three of Wands, the Empress, Queen of Swords in reverse, Six of Swords, Two of Wands, and the Star. In the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands in reverse. All right. Why? Because I think he finds you to be someone to be very fertile. Because when I see the Empress in a man's heart, this is something he feels like you are a fertile person or someone who's very in touch with their sexuality, very in touch with her emotions. Um, Regardless if you guys dated or not, or have been intimate or not, this is how he's feeling. So this is probably a vibe that he's getting from you, or that, the impression that he gets from you from, based on how, the little or the lots that he knows from you. Oh, fertile. You're so funny. Um, so in other words, finds you to be someone who's very attractive and stuff like that. Comfortable with herself, comfortable with her body, comfortable in her own skin. Um, and you even see right here with the Empress, we have a bunny right there. It's nothing to be ashamed of, all right? And again, this is just a perspective. So he finds you someone to be someone who's very connected with her body, someone who is attractive, um, someone who he finds sexy with the Seven of Pentacles. At the same time, though, he feels like the more he just wastes time and he continues to do this, the less you will be interested. And again, this is just his perspective. He is thinking about disappearing once again. So if he's someone who contacts you from time to time and stuff like that, I see that he's going to go back into hermit mode before he contacts you again. Yeah, I feel like he finds you to be someone who's attractive, but I see that there's something here that seems to be quite mysterious. Yeah, really his only intention, really, it's because he finds you to be sexually attractive. Physically attractive. I should stop using that word, sexually attractive. Physically attractive. He finds you to be very physically attractive. And his only intention would be friends with benefits. Really, that would be it. But for some reason, he's not saying it. And I don't think he's going to say it, at least anytime soon. All right, so Bella, do you have any other questions for me tonight? You're so funny. All righty. Alrighty, while we wait for Miss Bella Hunter right here, let's go ahead and proceed forward with Charnette Spencer. Charnette, are you still here? All right, Bella, I will be with you in just a second. Alrighty, so Charnette, we have in the bottom of the deck the Magician in reverse. And then for your spread, we have Death, the Emperor, the High Priest in reverse, the Devil in reverse, Strength, Justice, Temperance in reverse, the Moon in reverse, and then we have Judgment in reverse. Well, he definitely finds you very physically attractive, for starters. I do think he finds you physically attractive. I know he definitely knows that you like to be pursued, so he plays along. But sometimes he feels a bit pessimistic about the relationship. So he's kind of torn between the allowing and accepting certain incompatibilities and just being like, well, that's just her, or really making it a problem. So I'm seeing him kind of just like torn between those two ideas, whether it's half glass empty or half glass full. Am I going to just accept her for who she is, with, certain things, blah, 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 or do we move forward? And I think he's going to try his very best to try to accept you for who you are. But Sharnette, is this like a committed relationship? Like, are you guys boyfriend, girlfriend? Or is this more like a situationship where you guys are dating exclusively? Because if you guys are in a committed relationship, this is telling me right here too with death, there could be a breakup. Okay. But if you guys are not in a committed relationship, you guys are just dating or whatever, then this is telling me you guys are going to take it to the next level. That would be the end of your, exclusivity right there. And then it becomes something committed. All right. And I want to go back to talking about the Magician card in reverse in the bottom of the deck. Now, when we have the Magician in reverse, this is basically talking about how we are the master of our own creation. Okay? Much like the Magician when it's upright, when it's in reverse, it's kind of just like trying to throw it in your face like, hello, you are very much in control of the situation. Don't feel like this is out of your control. Don't feel like this is something that's going to happen and it's totally out of your hands. On the contrary, maybe the reason why you're feeling like it's out of your hands is because we're not taking sacrifices. We're not allowing ourselves to get the credibility that we want, that we need, the acknowledgement that we need in a relationship. So that's part of also you being confident. Okay. But remember that, since you guys are in a committed relationship, don't feel like just because you heard what you heard right now that this is totally out of your hands and you can still try. And if the cards are suggesting that, then maybe there's a reason for it. Hi, Christina. Yes, I am taking questions. All right, so Sharnette, do you have any other questions for me tonight? Thanks, Sharnette. Don't forget to like this video, and I hope to hear from you soon. Hi, Chrissy. How's your evening going? Alrighty, so I believe Bella Hunter is next. And then after Bella Hunter, it would be Christina Gomez. All right, Bella. I'm going to go ahead and use the Influence of the Angels Tarot for this question for you. So let's go ahead and see if Patrick, your best friend, this little Taurus guy, he secretly has feelings for you. Alrighty, so in the bottom of the deck we have the Empress in reverse. And then for your spread we have Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Lovers, Justice, the Hermit, Three of Pentacles, and Knight of Wands in reverse. So yes, I do think he has feelings for you. And I think there will get a point where he wants to consider possibly telling you, but I don't think he's ever going to act on it, actually. So yeah, I do think he has feelings for you. Most definitely, especially with Lovers and Justice right next to each other. Hell yeah. And it is telling me right here that either he took some distance or he's going to take some distance from you and then he's going to come back. Or, like I said, he did that before where he probably put some distance, probably didn't talk to you for a while, and then he came back. All right, Bella, do you have any other questions for me tonight? Go ahead if you want to. But like I said, I don't think he's ever going to act on it. I don't think he's ever going to make a move. He had pissed you off earlier. Alrighty, Bella, thank you so much for coming in once again. Don't forget to like this video. This live stream. Thank you. That would be a free way to help me out. Thank you so much for that. And hope to see you again tomorrow. Alrighty. So, let's see who is next, my dears. Alrighty, Christina Gomez. Scorpio Sun, Capricorn Moon. I was dating a guy named Sammy. Aries, not sure if he's still interested or worth it. Thanks. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and see what are his feelings for you right now. Or I'm just going to go ahead and do a yes or no spread to see, because you're saying you guys are dating. So I'm going to go ahead and see if he's still interested in you. So I'll do a yes or no spread. And then for your second question, do you want to just go ahead and ask if it's worth fighting for this? Is this relationship worth it in the long run? That could be your second question for sure. And then for you, Christina, we're also going to be using the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. Alrighty, so in the bottom of the deck, we do have the Four of Candles or the Four of Wands in reverse. And then for your spread, we have Two of Wands in reverse or Two of Candles in reverse. Four of Needles or the Four of Swords. Queen of Swords in reverse. Strength, the Chariot in reverse. And then we end the reading with Eight of Candles or the Eight of Wands. Is he still interested? I don't think so. As a matter of fact, I still feel like there's going to be communication between the two of you, but there might be a break, and then you guys might revisit this later on in the future. So, meanwhile, I still feel like there's going to be communication between the two of you, but there won't be any commitment right now. As a matter of fact, what's crossing you or what seems to be a problem or a challenge is the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords talks about a break, but it's a temporary break. And so this will be revisited, or one of you two will reach out to the other. But yes, eventually the way that distance will occur would be the Chariot in reverse, lack of cooperation, or all of a sudden we see him trying less and less and less. And you too, you could possibly be trying less and less and less as well. But someone here is going to try less. Alrighty, so Christina, do you have any other? Oh, that's right. Actually, you wanted to ask if this is worth it. All right, so we have King of Cups, Five of Cups, Eight of Cups in reverse, Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Moon in reverse, and lastly, we have the Page of Pentacles. Now, in the bottom of the deck, we do have right here the Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands is the card of success. This is the epitome of success in whatever situation. Actually, this is more of a career card, but when it comes out for love, it also talks about success. And what is the ultimate success in a relationship is when it lasts long term until death parts us, right? Marriage for a lot of people as well. Marriage, family, blah, blah, blah. That is the ultimate success for a lot of people when it comes to relationships, right? At least romantic relationships. And with the King of Cups, I feel like he is someone who cares. I feel like he's someone who still cares, but I feel like he's someone who isn't very affectionate. Okay, I'm getting this a lot for a lot of people. This King of Cups today or tonight. Um, but the thing is that I do feel like he is going to return. I do feel like he is going to return in the future. But I do think this is going to be a painful process. So remember, this is all about success and keeping your eye on the prize. That's what the Six of Wands is when it comes out in a reading. And in the cards for this guy right here, Sammy Aries, saying it's going to be a painful process, but he will return. As a matter of fact, if you do decide to leave, I feel like there will be a lot of things that you will find out about Sammy Aries, revelations, things that you will probably find out that you never knew. And at the same time, I feel like that you will meet people who, moving forward, who aren't going to be really putting a lot of their part in relationships. But I also get the feeling that that's already something you've been kind of already dealing with. Meeting guys who really don't put their part, and you're always the one that ends up putting all the effort. So, as far as your advice or your recommendation, we have the Page of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Pentacles usually talks about the student, it talks about the apprentice. So, the cards are telling me right now this isn't a time for just completely ignoring your love life completely. Just because things aren't working out right now doesn't mean that we're just going to put our love life aside and then focus on other things, because it seems like there's this tendency of wanting to do that right now because things are not going the way that you want. You're just like, oh, I'm just going to put my love life aside. I'm going to focus on my career or possibly making more money or buy a house or whatever, you know? Um, but the cards are telling me that in order to work on meeting people, the part of the work that you need to do for yourself is healing. So all you got to do is just work on the healing. And if you have been on the healing path, continue on it. Okay? Um, continue doing so. I do think you're going to meet an earth sign, a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo. This person could be also older than you and probably even someone who's established. Okay? I feel like though I'm pulling more cards for Sammy Aries to see if to double check for you to see if it's worth it. They're really telling me that if you decide to go on that path, truly go down that path, eventually I think you would just throw your hands up. You know, I think if you were to really really stick to it, at the end of the day you would have, but I think you would have just uh I think what most likely would have been the case or would be the case if you would take that path is that you would just throw your hands up. That's what most likely would be the case. I don't think you would stick it through. And I don't blame you. Um, and not only that, I feel like that what would be the consequence of all of that is I see you being less giving in a relationship, in the next relationships moving forward. So it would just be a step backwards, you know? Alrighty, Christina, do you have any other questions for me? Alrighty, guys, I'm going to go ahead and stay for another 10-ish minutes for any last minute readers or readings that people have here, any burning questions that anybody might possibly be having. So if you're interested in getting a tarot reading, go ahead and follow the instructions down below. And yeah. Alrighty. Hi, Bella. What is your next question? Jamie, you just paid? Oh, you did. Bella, I just noticed that Jamie paid right before you. So I'm going to do Jamie's reading first, and then I will do your reading, Bella. Okay? So sorry about that. I'm a Capricorn. Why did David Cancer ghost me? Will he reach out again? Is he worth waiting for? Is he hiding something? Okay, that's like 4 questions for one donation. um, so, which question? We can answer all of those questions, but we would have to send extra donations. If you can send extra donations, go ahead and pick one question that you would like to ask. Did you want to ask why he ghosted you? Will he reach out again? Is it worth fighting for? Is he hiding something? Which one would you want to ask if you just want to ask only one question? If you want to ask all those questions, then feel free to submit for all of those questions, please. Alrighty, Jamie, you are a Capricorn. David is a Cancer. You want to know why he ghosted you? I'm going to go ahead and use the Dark Fairy Tale Tarot by Los Carabeo for this tarot reading. All right, so we have the Fool, Ace of Wands in reverse, Nine of Swords in reverse, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Temperance in reverse, Six of Wands in reverse, Seven of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups in reverse. In the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so you're a Capricorn and this person is a Cancer. I think in a way he kind of found you quite cold. He found you to be quite cold. There was nobody else. I don't think there was anybody else, and I confirmed. And I don't see that there was anybody else. So this was not motivated by anyone else. But I think he's someone who jumps into conclusions a lot. And I think he found you to be a bit cold. Even to the point where he felt it was a bit cynical. And you might not think you are this person. This is just who he felt like he was dealing with. He felt like this was going to be something that was really hard. But why is he so worried about that? I do think he does worry right now about the fact that there is no communication. He just felt like this was going to be a really hard relationship to work out. He just felt like it was going to be quite challenging. But nevertheless, he does want to talk to you again. Okay? I'm not saying that he will or he won't. I'm just saying that he wants to. And he's already thinking about talking to you. Alrighty, Jamie, do you have any other questions for me this evening? Thank you, Jamie. Don't forget to like this video, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. So you're curious about the older man that I had mentioned earlier. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and see if this Capricorn man is someone that is in your environment already, if this is someone you already know currently. So I will be using the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. I'm so sorry, Bella. I did forget about you. I'm so sorry. I will be with you in just a second, Bella. Yes, this is someone you already know currently. This is someone you already know currently. I got a big time yes. This is someone you already currently know, someone who is in your environment, in your circle right now, in some way, shape, or form. Alrighty, so Bella, what is your question, my dear? Christina, I will be with you in just a second for your second question. Bella, are you here with us, Bella? And Christina, whenever you're ready, go ahead and submit your next question. ghosting everyone? Like, what do you mean ghosting everyone? Like the people you're talking to, or you mean everyone in general, like family, friends, coworkers? What do you mean by ghosting everyone? All of them. Okay. And you want to know in general. Well, I can't really give you a general feeling because some people might, everyone's going to feel differently about it, you know? Some people might feel indifferent. Some people might be worried about it. And some people might not care, you know? So we can ask about a particular people. Um, so we can see, for instance, like, okay, the person you talk to, perfect, or the ones that you talk to. All right, well, specifically who? Because again, everyone is going to feel differently about it. Okay, who do you want to ask for? Cal or Patrick? Or both? Because those would be two separate questions. All right, Cal. And what is his zodiac sign? He's an Aries. All right, so let's see. How will he be feeling about you ghosting him for a month? How would he particularly feel about it? Okay, so for you, for this reading, I have chosen to use the Tarot 3D. Okay. Sorry, I did not know I was on mute. My apologies. So, once again, in the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. And for your spread, we have the World, the Sun, not the Sun, Death, the High Priestess, the Devil, Justice in reverse, Tower in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Sun in reverse, and also the Lovers. Well, he's going to feel like it's unfair. As far as Kel Aries, he's going to feel like it's quite unfair. But at the same time, he's going to wonder if maybe you're doing this because you want to be pursued, because you want to be chased. So he's going to be wondering, like, is she just doing this because she wants me to chase her? Or does she really want me to leave her alone? But I think he's going to get the point. Whether he's going to take action or not, well, that's a different question, right? But I think he's going to suspect one or the other, but eventually he's going to get the point, and he's going to be right that you kind of, in a way, you're doing it a little bit for attention. You know, who would notice? Or at least that's the impression that he would get. But yeah. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think he might end up reaching out. Yep. Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I think he will end up reaching out. Do you want to ask any other questions, Bella? Hey, you can't be spending spooky season with people pissing you off. This is a time to celebrate, okay? From here until the end of December, this is a time where you should be happy. Starting October 1st, okay? So since yesterday, you were supposed to start already having a good time, okay? Alrighty, Bella, thank you so much. And like I said, if you haven't liked the video already or this live stream already, please do so. And I hope to hear from you again tomorrow. Bye. It could be because of the eclipse energy. We have an eclipse coming up, or I think it passed already. Not sure. I especially felt very restless last night. I just couldn't sleep. So I wouldn't doubt it if it had anything to do with the eclipse. Anybody else who purchased a reading that I haven't called in yet? Ella, you'd be surprised. People you think would care sometimes don't, at least in my experience, so that's why I'd rather keep my circle super small. No worries, Bella. Sometimes you need a little drink. I will always be here Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Pacific. Hi, Christina. Do you mind posting your question again, please? Hi, Christina. Don't forget to repost your question, please. All right, Christina, we're going to go ahead and use the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan to answer this question for you tonight. All right, so in the bottom of the deck, we do have right here the Knight of Pentacles. And then for your spread, we have 10 of Wands in reverse, 4 of Cups in reverse, the Moon in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Swords, and also the 8 of Cups. So, no, I do not think it's Darren. No, it's totally somebody else. And they're still pointing out to it being an earth sign. So I do not think it's Darren. So, Christina, do you have any other questions for me tonight? Hi, Bella. Don't worry about it. You can go ahead and ask more. Bella, if you have any more questions, you can ask more than one, okay? There's no limit. Well, my grandma and I get approved for the apartment we want. It's going to be in her name. I'm just going to be living there. Okay. All right, for your reading, we're going to go ahead and use the Influence of the Angels Tarot by Jody Bajinski Barbesi. So we have in the bottom of the deck the Fool card in reverse. And then we have Six of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Cups in reverse, Five of Cups, Three of Wands in reverse, Two of Pentacles in reverse, and the Hierophant in reverse. I don't think so, but I think you guys are going to want to reapply. I'm kind of seeing that you guys might try to reapply either at a later time or right away. But I do see that you guys are going to try to reapply for sure. But this time around, I do not think so. Alrighty, Bella. Do you have any other questions for me tonight? Don't worry, Bella. I'm sure something better will come. Maybe it's for a reason. Do you have any other questions for me tonight? Alrighty, is there anybody else who hasn't gotten their reading done? All right, whenever you're ready, Mari, go ahead and let me know what your name is, your zodiac sign, and your question right here on the live chat, please. All right, so we have one person. One person who ghosted you, who stopped talking to you, or who canceled on you. Can you let me know his name and zodiac sign? Okay, his name is Peter. He's an Aquarius. You want to know why he canceled. Okay, so let's go ahead and see why he canceled. You guys have been seeing each other for 3 years. You guys were supposed to see each other today, but he canceled. So you want to know why? Is it because of work, school, babies? None of the above, all of the above. Let's go ahead and see. Definitely school. I think he's trying to find a balance. Temperance right here. This is the card of patience, and this is the card of balance. So in a way, like he's just hoping that everyone can just be patient with him, as how he's being patient with others. And yes, part of it is him being patient, and hoping other people would be patient as well. Let me see, babies. I think so too. I think kids are also the reason why as well. I think it's also because he's the kind of person that sometimes he likes to stay in. I think sometimes he likes to use certain things as excuses, even though they are pretty legitimate excuses. He sometimes likes to be on his own. He sometimes likes to spend time on his own. He likes his me time. So partly it's because he likes his me time. Partly because, he has to be mommy and daddy right now. And also with this card talking about school, yes, this is about him balancing his life, and he's hoping that people would just be patient with him as he's being patient about himself and the process. And that is it. That is basically it. So he just likes his alone time. He likes to be on his own sometimes, and he likes to do his own thing. But I think it's also because of his children and also because of school. Okay? Do you have any other questions for me, Mari? Did you want to ask about the baby mama? What question do you have in mind regarding the baby mama? Okay, let's see if she makes things harder on him, knowing that he's with somebody else. Alrighty, can you give me? Do you know her name or her zodiac sign or both? Alrighty, so in the bottom of the deck, we do have the Hierophant in reverse, and we have right here the Emperor in reverse, the Lovers, the Hanged Man, the Empress in reverse, the Magician, and also the Tower. Yeah, she does. She does give him a hard time. She does give him a hard time. As a matter of fact, I think she gives him and the children a hard time. Almost, it's a way of punishing him, but she's like almost like doing things to the both the children And if there's more than one, then the children. If it's just one, then the child and himself. But her intention is trying to punish him, but she's really punishing the both, everyone involved. But it's really just to hurt him. And the crazy part about this, even though she's giving him a hard time, he still feels like it wouldn't work out between the both of you and this guy. Which is so interesting, because if I was the baby mama, and I really truly felt that it wasn't going to work out between my baby daddy and somebody else, I wouldn't be freaking out. I wouldn't really care, especially if I still cared, but for some reason, the card is telling me she doesn't feel like you guys will last anyway, but she's still giving him a hard time. And the crazy thing is that she wouldn't even it's not like she wants him back anyway. She's a very confusing person, but then again, answers are like that. It's like she doesn't want him, but she threatens that he's with you. She's giving him and the children a hard time. Like, she doesn't even want him anyway. And it's just a freak show for no reason. So, Mari, do you have any other questions for me this evening? Alrighty, Mari, thank you so much for coming in and watching this live stream. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And nevertheless, I hope to see you again tomorrow evening. Alrighty, so I have one more payment that I received recently from Kimberly. Kimberly, still here? Kimberly, are we still here? Fly gal. Fly gal. Hi, Maria. I'll be with you in just a second. Just going to do the reading for Flag Gal. Just one question so far. Just one question. And then from there, I will be back with you, okay? All right. So, Kimberly, you are a Sagittarius. And you want to know, if you leave this job, will you find another? I'm going to go ahead and add a time frame to that. I'm going to see if you leave this job before the end of the year, if you will find one before the end of the year. If you find another job before the year ends, okay? Let's see if you find a job before 2024 ends once you leave this current job. By the way, I am using for you the Tarot 3D by David Corsi and Los Scarabeo. Well, I got a good news. I think yes. I think you will leave this job quite fast. And as a matter of fact, I think you will find another job before the year ends. Okay? As a matter of fact, I see you finding a job around December. Okay? Do you have any other questions for me tonight, Kimberly? Interesting. Then we should have let me know, because that was the way I worded the question. Did you find a job before the end of the year? Alrighty. Well, when do we see you finding another job? Okay, so I would give it like around like the first half of the year. I would give it like the first half of the year. Yeah, like around April time. April, May, June. I would give it around April, May, or June. Kimberly, do you have any other questions for me? You're welcome. Don't forget to like this video, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Alrighty. My love for you, 452. Yes, you can go ahead and submit a donation. All right, so Muddy, you are next. You wanted to know, how does he really feel about you? So I want to go ahead and use for you the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. Alrighty. So let me see what zodiac sign he is again. Yeah, I forgot. This guy. Peter. There you go. That was his name. Peter. Aquarius. That's right. Peter is an Aquarius. And you are a Pisces. All right, so we have Page of Swords, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Devil, Strength, Page of Wands, Seven of Cups in reverse, the Queen of Cups in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse, and we have Justice. So I do see that he's very physically attracted to you, and he thinks about you all the time. So I do see that he thinks about you all the time. I do think that he is someone that you're going to see take more action. I don't know if it's particularly about this situation that has him a little bit like thinking about you a lot. I don't know. Or if this is just him where he just naturally thinks about you all the time. But it's telling me he wants to contact you. Then again, I mean, it could be that maybe just him asking for alone time, even though that's what he wanted, or him canceling plans with you, even though that's what he did and that's what he wanted. It's like almost like he finds it to be foreign to himself. But it is telling me right here he loves talking to you. He thinks about you all the time. As far as feelings, he's not so sure as far as like love is concerned. True love, as a matter of fact. But the cards are telling me that you guys have discussed this already. You guys have talked about this already, about the word love, you know. But his true feelings about that, it seems like he wants to be sure. That's definitely for sure. He wants to be sure about how he feels about you. And he's kind of in the middle of figuring that out. Yeah, like he's being too much of an Aquarius when it comes to this question. Because I'm trying to ask the cards, okay, so does that mean he doesn't love her or what? Does he, what does that mean? And the cards just keep telling me that he's just being an air sign. Like he's just like all of a sudden he's just making this seem like it's like rocket science and he's like mapping it out. I just see him like mapping it out like on a fucking chalkboard and going crazy about that question, about how he feels about you. And it's just like, okay, bro, like chill out. That's just how I see him regarding that question. And he's like analyzing that question so much, about whether he does have feelings for you or not. But this is something you guys have already talked about. That's interesting. That love conversation has already come up. But how he's truly feeling is that I do see that he does want to know for sure. He's figuring that out, but he hasn't figured that out yet. And for some reason I see him taking more action. And he might seem a little bit more irritable in the next few weeks coming up. He is always in his head. Yeah. Yeah, like I just see him like taking things out of context and just over analyzing this whole thing when it's just like, okay, dude, relax, and if he doesn't have feelings for you yet, but he still wants to continue to try, then it's not about feeling bad about it. It's just about communicating that and, move forward. But that's what I'm seeing, like, about how he feels about you. So interesting. Interesting to be in the mind of an Aquarius. Oh my goodness. Will you have a conversation about it? Okay, let's see if he will tell you about that. You want to send a donation for that? Alrighty. Okay, so let's see if he will have a conversation, a genuine conversation about his feelings. All right, so we have right here the Wheel of Fortune, the Star in reverse, the Hermit, the Devil in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, and also the Hanged Man. And we have right here in the bottom of the deck the High Priestess in reverse. No, I don't see you guys talking about this. As a matter of fact, I feel like he's going to try to avoid talking about his current feelings about you. And again, they're giving me the Hanged Man, so he's definitely gonna just continue to ponder in his mind about it. And we have the Star card in reverse, which this is the Aquarius card of the tarot. So he's definitely going to be operating on the negative qualities of an Aquarius. So no, I don't think he's going to want to have a genuine conversation about his feelings. No. Instead, he's just going to ponder about it in his brain, and he's just going to become his enemy by thinking negatively and being his own worst enemy and operating out of the negative qualities of an Aquarius. So alrighty, so Maddie, do you have any other questions for me tonight? Alrighty, thank you so much, Maddie. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe also if you haven't already. And I hope to see you again tomorrow. If there's anybody who purchased a reading or sent a payment for a reading and I haven't called you, please let me know in the comments. All right, guys, last call, 4 more minutes, and then I will be ending the live stream. So if there's anybody here who has a burning question, go ahead and send that donation. The instructions are down below. If you need any assistance, please let me know. Alrighty, guys, thank you so much once again for a very successful live stream. If you guys are interested in a private tarot reading with me, you can always go to my website, mermaidoracle.com. And thank you so much once again for coming in. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't already, or this live stream. Don't forget to like this live stream. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And of course, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, or now X. Follow me on Twitch. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.